Ni hao, hola, bonjour, ¿cómo está? Hola, amigos. Buenos dias, buenas noches. Happy spring, my babies. I know I haven't saw y'all in a couple of months. You already know what it is. It's tax season for me, and there's a lot of chaos. But I hope you all been listening to your money goals I've been sharing with you all for 2025. Let's catch up real quick. How's everybody doing with our money goals so far? As you come in, please show that broadcast and etiquette. Tap that screen, share the live. Let me know how your day is going. What you all got going on as far as your money goes so far. Yeah, Mrs. Exquisite got to get herself out to go, baby, because I just had my supper. But what you all got going on for your money goals so far? Everybody being up to par because this is spring. Welcome to spring. So I just come up real quick with some great money hacks for spring, because I know some of you all are in the process of getting your tax refund. You're in the process of getting bonuses. You're in the process of listening to what we was talking about last year all the way up to this year about not putting all your eggs in one basket, about getting additional side hustles, making additional income. So what are you doing for your 2025 money goals so far? Talk to me. Talk to me. What are you doing so far for your money goals? And I see you all as you enter. Make sure y'all tap the screen, share the live. Let me know how your day is going thus far. Show love to get love. Heat up my room. Put in your favorite emojis. Put in all dollar signs. Let me know what you're doing for your 2025 money goals so far. What are you doing? Are you out there seeking additional income? Is you doing another side hustle? Is you doing gaming apps? You doing paid surveys? Did you just go out and get a whole nother full-time job somewhere? Did you get an additional part-time job somewhere? Did you open up an additional stock market? Did you open up an additional high-yield savings account? Did you pay off some of your credit cards? Let me know what you're doing right now for your 2025 goals, where you can make sure going forth you're successful. What were some of your New Year's resolution? What were some of your New Year's money goals that you all was trying to go through? And I'm gonna let you all know one of the biggest hacks, if you haven't already been doing so, for you can make sure that you be on the track for your money goals, not only just for today, but for tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and for retirement until you go off of this nice universe, right? To put yourself in a financial stability where you're not really hustling backwards and you're not feeling like that little hamster on that wheel to just keep going and going and going and going. And you feel like, am I ever going to accomplish anything? Yes, you will. And starting today, because right now we're going to say, I will, I shall, I can, and we are going to do it. So as you enter the room, I see my babies. I love my babies. You know, when I get into my content show, I can't keep stopping because I'm out and about, as you can see right now. So I'm trying to hurry and get this little spring money hack in for you all, because I know my babies out there, they're about to do that spring cleaning. They're about to put that little financial goals in perspective. They probably have them like a new relationship going on. Maybe they try to plan them a new trip. Maybe they got babies' graduations coming up. Maybe the prom's coming up. Maybe it's them trying to get a new house, a new car, or something like that. I'm trying to make sure you all are taking your money and investing it wisely. That's it. For this new spring money hacks, money goals, I'm making sure this spring you all are taking your money and putting it in the right locations, right? I wish we all could really do at least 50% savings or an investment. That way we ain't got to worry about hustling backwards. As time come by, like for our emergency funds, emergency situations, we don't really have to break the bank to do it. We'll still have some to take care of that emergency situation, as well as still have some in our savings. Don't you all hate when you got to go into that savings or emergency fund and you go taking and you got to take everything, and then it just seems like it's so much harder to put it back, right? Just seems like it's so much harder. That's why I say get yourself in position. This is one of the spring money hacks. Get yourself in position. If you don't have the assets to go out and you know what I'm saying, work, maybe you don't have transportation, maybe you disabled, or whatever the case may be, get yourself in position to start doing paid surveys. I got of course, my site, Exquisite Agency. You can look at all the paid survey sites that I've tried and tested that you can do additional paid surveys with. Or get yourself a position where you can play gaming apps. They got a lot of legit gaming apps like Just Play, Best Play. They got a whole lot of them. Money Time. They got a new one, Free Cash. They got a whole Benjamin. A lot of those are amazing apps you all can do to play additional games. You know, why not? You was playing for free anyway. Let's talk about it. So why not do that for additional income to put aside? Even if you can just put, because I know it's going to take you forever to play those, but not with those survey apps. You can do them survey apps sometime and get up to like $25 and $50. And if you do like the panel ones, like the research ones, you can get up to $100 to $200. That'd be some great money, wouldn't it? To take 50% of that and put it straight towards your emergency fund. And then the other hack, I'm gonna tell you where you can put it at too, where you can make sure that you be in a better situation financially as time go by. Not only for the springtime, not only for the summertime, not only for the fall or the winter. If you don't have all them seasons, whatever part of the year, you will have something set aside where you say, hey, this is the part that's going to be set aside for this. This is the part going to be set aside for this. And this is the part for this. If you already got right now your main income, you don't have no way of having any wiggle room up in there to say, hey, let me go ahead and put this money to the side. I don't have any additional income. If you don't have no way of doing that, then go ahead and get you a little additional income on the side. Maybe doing paid surveys, gaming apps. Maybe if you do have a car, go out there and do gig economy like Roadie, Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, DoorDash, Shipt, Spark, whatever the case may be. Those are all great additional income. I know you say, oh God, I don't have the energy to take on no more. Well, baby, if you don't have the energy to take on no more, if you don't see yourself and get no more higher versus lower, then don't complain when you run across a brick wall and you don't have the money to take care of no emergency fund. Or if your car breaks down, you don't have the additional income to do this. Or you get behind because your light bill was a little bit higher than you expected. Don't get mad at nobody but yourself, because you have the opportunity right now that you can get you some additional income. Even additional jobs that I have, the work at home jobs, call center jobs. We have some phone and non-phone opportunity. Majority of them are phone opportunity, customer service. But it's so many great opportunities you all can do to get that additional income if you need to. And I'm still old school. I still recycle cans. You know what I'm saying? I take those down and do them like probably once a month or every 2 months. That adds up too. All of that additional income can put yourself in a great predicament for the spring money hack. So like I said, if you do get a way that you can get some additional income on or outside of your main source income, like I said, exercise yourself. Maybe you can get your little part-time custodian job. Maybe you can do, like I said, the gaming apps, the paid surveys, customer service, the gig economy, anything, babysitting, fur babysitting. Maybe you want to watch the fur babies for somebody. Whatever you choose to do, take 50% of their income. This is hack number 2. Take 50% of their income and put it in a high yield savings account, not just a regular bank account. Do a high yield savings account like through Robinhood. They have a whole lot of banks that you can Google now that has high yield savings account that you can take advantage of. Acorns is another good one. And like I said, Google online high yield savings account for you can get more than what you get at a traditional bank, right? That 1% to 2%, that's not going to do anything for us, right? Then take the other 50% and invest it in some type of stock market. When I say stock market, just don't choose one. Get the one with the fractional stocks like you can get through Acorns, Robinhood, Stash, just to mention a couple of the great ones. They have Webull and a whole lot of other amazing ones. Do the research and find out the best one for you. But those are the top ones I just mentioned right there that's been highly tested. The funds are very liquidated. So if you need the funds at any time, you don't have to worry about, hey, I can't get my funds to 5 years later, to 1 year later, to 10 years later. You can get your funds instantly, but of course, you know, they're going to have to charge you that fee for the withdrawal. Of course, they're going to send you that 1099 at, at the beginning of the tax season, for they can let the government know how much you did take out, and they will charge you for that, and you will have to pay taxes upon that. But Take that 50% and put it towards a fractional stock market where you put it in like a S&P 500. That way you're not investing in just one stock market. You invested in multiple stock markets. Then that way when a stock go up or down, you got wiggle room. So the one that went up, you gain it. The one that went down, you losing, but you're not losing that much because you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Never, ever, ever put all your eggs in one basket, because in the stock market, it's kind of like a dangerous game. So to be safe, like I said, go over a nice dividend, high yield dividend that you can invest in. Go with that S&P 500. You can't go wrong with that. Then that way you having all your eggs in 500. And 500 now, Fortune 500 companies. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. And that way you weathering the storm. You putting it there and you're not even touching it. Hopefully you don't touch it, at least for 5 years. But the goal is to put it up there for 5 years and see how much you gain. 10 years, see how much you gain, 15, 20. And therefore, when you get ready to retire, you're going to be retiring over like $150,000 or more. Just depends on when you get started, how much you have going towards that. But be consistent with it. So when you put, like, say you say $5 every time you get paid, or $5 every time you get a survey complete, or every time you withdraw from the gaming app, take 50% of that and put it towards your Acorn, your Stats, your Robinhood, to make sure that goes to the savings. The other 50% go towards your stock. Then that way you can save your savings for your emergency funds. It's not affecting your main income. The other 50%, you got to go into retirement. You put it out of sight and out of mind. You're not touching that at all. You just watching that money stack up and grow and compound interest daily. That's the only start getting in some type of crafting, turning your craft and your hobbies into income. Maybe you like to decorate. Maybe you like to do crafting. Maybe you like to write books. Maybe you like to sing. Maybe you like to dance. Get paid for that. Even if you do some type of content creation, even if you do some type of live streaming, even if you do some type of thing where you open up a free website and you sell your products or services, get yourself out there for you can get yourself set up for passive and residual income for you to be making money in your sleep. You no longer getting paid for your time. You no longer have to work your fingers to the bone. That's where the income is coming in from, where you actually can set yourself up for a great retirement, where you can actually set yourself up for financial freedom. Get yourself where you be making money in your sleep. You be making money while you doing one of your other little gigs. You be making money while you shopping, making money while you talking, making money while you live streaming, while you cooking, cleaning, while you helping somebody else, while you moving, while you doing something for your kids, you're on a date, whatever. For you can be able to go and say, Bing, you just got money from this. Bing, you just got money for that. Bing, your stock market just went up. Bing, your stock market didn't do too good, but Bing, you still gained. You didn't lose a lot. By you putting it out of sight and out of mind, especially with the fractional S&P 500 investment, put it out of sight and out of mind, but you must be consistent. Anything you do in life, you have to be patient. You have to be consistent. So if you do end up going with Acorns, just to mention a good few ones, Robinhood, Stash, Weeble, make sure you be consistent with it. Say if you do a gaming app every week and you know on an average you get about $20. Consistently say, hey, I want $5 to go towards that stock market. And then the other, like you said, the other part can go towards, like you said, paying bills, going to your emergency funds. But if I was you, I would just consider it that main income just to pay your bills. That additional income, that's the hack that you set up to set yourself up for financial freedom. That 50%, you take that and put it towards your emergency fund. Say if you have a home repair, car repair, your light bill went up unexpectedly. Maybe your rent increased unexpectedly. Maybe you had to go out and do something for the kids. Maybe it's an entertainment night. Put that 50% aside for that. The other 50%, put it in your stock market and your high yield savings account. And how you can split that up is you can put 25%. If I was you with the side money or whatever, I take that 50%, which is you call your emergency fund, put that in the high yield savings. Put that in the high yield savings, and that way you gain an additional income on that per year. As the time go by, and that extra money you can take and do whatever you want to do. Maybe you can treat yourself, go on a trip, maybe buy yourself that new blender that you want, or new house that you want, the new car that you want, with the interest you gain off of that. The other 50%, put it in the S&P 500 and just see your money grow. And that could be through Acorns, Robinhood, Stash, Webull, all proven and tested micro investment apps. And you don't have to have nothing but $5 to start. Make it make sense and be consistent with that. Come up with a game plan. Make a budget. Say, okay, well, I have that $5 going up there every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, or once a month. But be consistent and watch how your money grow. Watch how you're going to be making money in the background. You're going to be making compound money daily. You no longer have to work for your money. And in the meanwhile, you setting aside little side hustles. You turning your hobbies into income. You setting yourself up a website where you selling products and services up there. Maybe some of your crafty goods. Maybe some of your goods around the house that you have. Maybe the kids got some old shoes, some old clothes. Maybe you have something old. You know how they said somebody else junk, somebody else treasure. Find anything you have around the house and go on like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. They have a lot of different apps and stuff now. I got one that I'm up on Whatnot. They have a lot of different amazing apps. You all need to Google that. Sell some of your old goods up there. That could be additional income right there. Take that 50%, put it to your high yield savings account for your emergency funds. The other 50%, put it to your micro account. You can go ahead and just put that amount, bam, towards that, automatically make that deposit and still consistently have your other additional income going to that every week, every 2 weeks, or every month, but be consistent with it. If you be consistent with it, watch how much your money will grow, and you ain't gonna even touch that, especially that money that you're putting up in your retirement. I call your retirement, your S&P 500. Don't even touch it. Just put it out of sight and out of mind. Just pretend like you went out and bought yourself something you had no business buying, and put it out the back of your mind. Because like I said, that's money that you don't supposed to have no way, because you got this set up for additional income. So put it out of sight and out of mind. And about a year from there, next spring this time, come back and tell me how much money you have in that account. We'll be curious to know. So let's start that saving challenge right now to see how much we can put back. You can even go old school. If you're the type of person that you still, old school, you like to have a little cash in your hands and little coins or whatever. They even have a great thing with Acorns. If you use your debit card with them, you can have your cash, your change, to go towards your Acorns investment account. So whatever, say if you go to the store, get something for $19.25, you can say round up to $20. At 75 cents can go additional into your investment account. Those little additional monies can go and make your investments go crazy. All of that compound interest daily can add up. And then say if you go out shopping, say you did get a little cash back, or somebody paid you in cash for doing that hair, cleaning up for them, or any little side gig or hustle you got for additional income. Take that additional money, especially if you have change, start putting it in a jar, putting the little saving challenge and stuff away, and don't touch, and just see how much that adds up by the end of the year or next spring this time. You have so many great spring money hacks that you all can still get started now if you haven't had the opportunity to do it for New Year, New Goals. It's never too late. Never give up on yourself. Find out what your passion is. Love what you do first and foremost. But when you do it, it just feels very exquisitely divine, amazing. You don't feel like you're working hard at it. Even if your additional income be something that you love to do it. Stop contemplating about it, because like I said, we never gonna do it by working a 9-to-5 job. We never gonna do it just by having that one income, because you see how we struggling right now, because the pandemic is still here. We still struggling till everything get better. So why not just put yourself in position? I know you're like, Miss Exquisite, I ain't got no more time, I ain't got no more energy. Yes, you do. While you up there on your way onto the doctor's appointment, while you waiting for the doctor's appointment, boom, you can be playing the game or doing a survey right there, making some additional income. While you walking, while you just sitting around looking at TV, you could be doing a game right there or doing something. You know they have gaming apps now where you can do word puzzles and word searches to keep your brain stimulated. And you know how Mrs. Exquisite about that. Knowledge is power and keeping that brain stimulated. So you have ways to actually keep your brain stimulated. And guess what? Making some additional income at the same time. Now, Just Play is good about that, and Best Play. I actually do those type of games, the word search games and stuff when I have time. That keeps your brain stimulated. It gives you a little bit peace. It keeps your mind off of stressful stuff. You having fun. You know what I'm saying? Because, women back in the day, they used to actually do the puzzle books. They'll actually get that crossword puzzle book and just be circling those words, baby. Doing those word searches. Now you can do them on the phone and get paid for it. Say less and get paid for it. You can take that additional income and put it towards your emergency fund, for your S&P 500 with your many fractional investments you're doing through Acorns, Robinhood, Stash, Webull, just to mention a few of the most amazing ones. I'm just telling you the ones I tried and experienced, and I was able to get my money anytime I needed. They even have high yield savings account where you have all your money in one spot. They have debit cards where you can take something and put it on your debit card just for you to go shopping when you do your grocery shopping. And you, whatever, like I said, if you do that roundup, have to put that additional amount in your investment account. Then you can take a portion and put it in your savings. And then you can take a portion and put it in your investments. You can have all of your banking in one app, especially with Acorns. They do a truly amazing job with that, as well as Robinhood and Stash. Say if you want to just have it withdrawn from your regular main bank account and just a portion, and say, hey, I want to keep this on my debit card for my personal spending. Just take your money that you normally have from paying bills. Say if you have about $100 left every month, or $100 every week, or 2 weeks, however you get paid. Go ahead and put that on your Acorns, the main checking part. And then, like I say, your additional income, take that 50% and put it towards that emergency part I was telling you about, that high yield savings account they have. Because they got like some up to 4.5% and some got 5% annually versus 1 and 2% that you get from a traditional bank. And then take the other 50% from your additional income and put it towards your stock. Then that way, if you use your debit card on any purchase, say if you purchase online, you get points back for that too. They actually invest in you. Sometimes they give you an extra share of stock. You talking about free money? Free money? What are we talking about? Do I need to say anything more? If you haven't got it, make sure you use my link below and download it and use my referral code. For you get $5, I get $5. It'll be a win-win situation, baby. Free money. What are we talking about? Money we didn't have. That's money that you don't have to get it started. That's free. You know what I'm saying? And you can thank me later for that. But yeah, do that and watch how much money watch how much your money grow. You're going to feel financially free. You're not going to be as stressed as much. Like I said, we all have stress, right? It's just how we handle the stress at the end of the day and beginning of the day. We can't let it get to us, because we can either do something about it or not, right? And understanding with money, it comes and goes. And I know a lot of people like, well, money ain't everything. We don't need money. Well, you need it in order to live, not unless you live with your mama or your dad or you homeless. At this point, we do need money. So we might as well face it. And if we do need money, if that main source of income is not doing everything you need for it to do, your money is not working for you, start making your money work for you, where if anything happened to your job, if you get laid off, maybe you don't want it no more. Maybe it's just not you. You become disabled. You will have a backup plan. Your backup plan is going to be that additional income where you can turn your hobby into making money, or your craft into making money. Where you exercising yourself, you got a free website, you promoting it on Facebook Marketplace, maybe Craigslist, or maybe you doing the paid surveys, maybe you doing a gaming app, maybe you just doing something extra on the side, dog sitting, cat sitting, maybe you cleaning them, maybe you doing some type of grooming business, fixing hair, whatever it is. Take that additional income, take 50% and put it in a high yield savings account. Don't have it just laying in your wallet where it's not gaining no entrance. Put it in a high yield savings account where you can see your money triple. Then take the other 50% where you got with that additional income and put it in an S&P 500 account, which are Fortune 500 accounts, and watch how tremendously you get compound money daily, and your money will grow. Any extra money you see laying around the house, take those coins and put them in an extra jar. Any extra dollars, you can throw them in that same jar. Go old school with the piggy bank. You can take all that money and take it to your bank once a month or whatever and deposit it. Get it out of sight and out of mind, but keep your couple of extra dollars just in case these banking systems go down, because you know how they go down. So you want to make sure you keep your little bit extra cash on the side just in case. Just don't let nobody know where you're keeping it at, but keep you some cash on the side. Have the best of all worlds. Have your personal account set up where you get to go get your everyday needs. Have your account set up where you pay your bills. Have your emergency fund account set up, and have your stock amount your stock account set up for you can start making money passively in your sleep. And when those stock markets start going up, by you being consistent, investing in there every week, some people do it daily. Shout out to them because they got a lot of opportunities there where you can get paid daily. I have actual customer service call jobs you can get paid daily. So make it make sense. So when you get that additional income, watch your money grow. Invest your money wisely for you can be having your money to work for you versus you working for that money. That's the only way we're going to get out this trap of being like living paycheck by paycheck where we feel like we're doing all this work and we still can't get on top. You have to start now. Take action. Talking about is not enough. I know somebody over there right now like, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And you've been saying that same shit now for a year or two, maybe longer than that, and you still ain't done it. Today, get off that fence. Take action. Stop saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Do it. And you're going to thank yourself. Even next year this time, you're going to thank yourself. You're like, dang, I see a big difference. I got so much money, I can't even believe it. You're going to see yourself a $5,000 additional income, $10,000 additional income, and you really didn't put towards them like $2,500, maybe $5,000, and you got so much extra money because you want to know why? Because you put 50% of it in a high yield savings account. The other 50% you put it in a S&P 500 versus you just invested in one stock like Apple, Tesla, Google. I wouldn't do that right now if you just now getting into the stock market game. To be safe, the safe investment for any and everybody right now is to put your money in the S&P 500. Then that way you able to weather the storm, whether the stock market goes up or whether it goes down. That way you are a safeguard. You're not losing any money. Everything that you invest in, you're going to still be on top. You're just not going to have as much if you bet a loss, but you're going to still have more than what you invested because you're getting paid compound daily interest. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions or concern, I see you all. I love you all. Continue to tap that screen, share the live. If you haven't followed me, I don't know why. If you haven't subscribed to me, I don't know why. If you haven't put in the comments what's your goals, your money goals, I don't know why. If you have any additional money hacks that you want to know about or that you know about that you want to share, put in the comments. I don't know why you're waiting. This is a community we're trying to build where we make money as well as save money. But we're trying to work smart and not hard, right? We're getting tired of that working hard stuff. Because we see what the working hard did for us. We still lost our houses, our cars, our minds. We're going crazy. Half of us lost our husbands, our wives, our boyfriend and girlfriend. What we talking about? We're tired of that. We want to put our money in something that's going to work for us versus us having to kill ourselves and work for it. That's the ticket out, people. I'm telling you to ticket out. This is your blueprint to financial freedom. Make money in your sleep. Make money while you're walking, jogging, while you're up and listening to me. While you're doing your own YouTube channel, that might be an additional income for you right there. Just starting a YouTube channel and just build up your 1,000 subscribers, getting your 4,000 watch hours. It's not going to happen overnight now. I'm not going to tell you all that. I'm not going to be like them other people be up here talking about YouTube on easy mode. I'm not going to even tell you that. Get your live streaming app. I do have one that's great with that too. Beagle Live. If you want to join my agents, let me know in the chat below too. As a lot, you can do content creation. Whatever you choose to do for that additional income, be consistent with it. Be steady. Don't worry about what nobody else say to you about you. You ain't even got to let them know what you're doing anyway. Only thing, if you go to anybody about anything, you just ask for our blessings or ask for whatever you do with the universe. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, you do that if that's what you need. Because I don't never ask somebody. I just do it. And they'll find out. Like, oh, why didn't you tell me? Because I was doing it for me. I didn't think I was doing it for nobody else. But you got to believe in yourself. Know your own worth. Love yourself. Adore yourself. Take care of yourself. Because we ain't going to have too many more shots where we can continue to go out here and beat these streets up. Go and work hard for these people where they can sit back and take vacations and stuff off of us. We got to learn how to be smart like them. We got to learn how to work smart and not hard. We have to set up ourselves now. Don't keep waiting. Don't keep on putting that off and talking about, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm going to do it. No, you're a procrastinator. I hate a procrastinator. I don't even like to use the word hate. I'm going to just be honest. Don't be that person. Even if you don't have one dime right now to start your goal to financial freedom, when you first get paid next, go ahead and start setting yourself a position. You say, hey, Mrs. Exquisite, I don't have any extra money. I forget paid. So what do you need to be doing next? Somebody put that in the chat. But I thank you all for your love and support. Keep tapping that screen, share the live. Let me know how your day is. Let me know of any hacks that you have. Happy spring, money hacks. What do you need to do what we just covered earlier? If you have no extra income off of the main money you have, you need to be out there right now trying to think of what do you love to do. Turn your hobby into income, or finding out, maybe you need to look on Craigslist, maybe look on Facebook. They got so many different ways you can make additional income from home. Work from home doing call center jobs right now until you get on your feet. Do you some paid surveys. Do you some gaming apps. Become a live streamer, aka broadcaster, content creator. Open up your YouTube channel. You need to be doing something to make that additional income where you can put it out of sight and out of mind. You can take 50% and put it in a high yield savings account. Google it online. Find some high yield savings account. Like I already told you, if I was you, I would just stick with the Acorns. Robinhood is good too. And Stats, because they have some great IRAs as well too that you can do retirement investments with. That's truly amazing. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. That's what I would do. Instead of you having money here, money there, money there, money there. Yeah, you can have your main bank account where you got your main income going to right now to pay your main bills, what you got going on. We got the additional income set up right now where we can make sure that we have that extra money to invest 50% towards our emergency funds and the other 50% towards our S&P 500 that we're getting through Acorns, where we can have our regular checking account where we can put our personal money there when we go personally shopping and do that, like if we say round up, just having to round up and put the additional income up in our S&P 500 stock market. And then we have it where we have our high yield savings account, because sometimes they have 4.5% up to 5% high yield savings. So I love that about Acorns, Robinhood, Stats. You can have all of that in one. You can have your personal checking account where you can go get your needs, your goodies. Then you can have it set up where you can have your emergency funds. That's the high yield savings. And then they have where you have the S&P, and they even got the IRA retirement account. You can have all four in one stop location. You can even put direct deposit up there. So like I said, even if you already got something where you want your main income to stay where it's at, you don't want to do nothing different. Take your additional income and have the direct deposits go there to the Acorn. Then that way when you go to the Acorn, you leaving a check and whatever you want to have. If you want to break it up that way, if you want to have 25% you want to keep personally for yourself, the other 25% going towards your emergency fund, then the other 50% going to the S&P 500. I will most definitely beat the S&P 500 up with 50%. Nothing less than that, because you're going to start seeing your money grow compound daily, quicker that way, versus just putting 25% there. So I would do 25% for your personal, for your checking, just in case you go out shopping. You can do round up to go to your S&P 500. Then the other 25%, this is your additional income I'm talking about. Your other 25% put it towards your emergency funds, just in case you might get a rent increase, or your light bill goes up, or your phone bill goes up, or your car repair, home repair, graduations coming up, entertainment, maybe vacation or whatever. And the other 50% in your S&P 500. Come back at the end of this year and let me know how your financial goals is going, all the way up until spring of next year, and let me know the big difference of the money that you have, because you ain't going to touch the S&P 500. Even though it's liquidated, we ain't going to touch it. We're going to try to put it out of sight and out of mind. And the only time we're going to touch that emergency fund is if we really need it. We ain't talking about putting it in there, oh, I need to go get a haircut if I can look cute, or I need to go get my hair and nails done. No, you do that out of your personal checking that you got set aside, where you say you're going to go and spend some money on yourself. Maybe you got to go grocery shopping, or maybe you want to go out and buy yourself a new pair of boots or something. That ain't for no emergency fund. That's not no emergency. So don't take your emergency money doing none of that type of stuff. So you take your emergency fund and do exactly what emergency is used for. Car repair. Maybe you need something done in your house. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe the kids graduate. Maybe you need something to go towards some extra rent that's increased. Extra utility just went up or something like that. S&P 500. Only touch debt if it's a dying need, if your emergency fund has just went completely zero. That's the only time you go to the S&P 500, because it is there for you to use, but of course they're going to charge you for that because you is withdrawing from it. But I will let that baby just build up as much as it can without touching it. See how much you gain compound daily by not touching it every month, number one, because you're going to be consistent and take that money and put it there every time you get that additional income, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, or every 2 weeks, however you get paid. And versus a year, versus 5 years, versus 10 years, versus 20. And Acorns is real good about that. They'll let you know if you be consistent with the same amount you deposited, how much you will have in a 5 year, how much you have in a 10 year, 15, 20, and watch how much you will have going towards retirement on top of what you're going to already get in retirement from the government. Make it make sense, because you know we can't live off of that. That's a fixed income. I don't even like the term fixed income. Like I said, I like to see my money grow. That would be something good to make sure that you change what we got going on today by building that passive and residual income. We'll be making money in our sleep. Be making money while we're taking a bath, while we're cooking, jogging, exercising, grocery shopping, trying to figure out what bill we're going to pay this month versus next month, what's going to be paid off, what's not going to be paid off, and go ahead and get those credit card bills paid off ASAP, if not sooner, and use it only when needed. I will tell you, if you do have credit cards, if you can't pay it off in full every month, at least try to get it down where at least 20%. So if your credit card balance is $300, try to at least, and I know it's hard, get it down where the balance is only like $50 or maybe $100 and start chunking it down that way. For you can look more better for the lenders, for they won't see that you thinking that you're trying to be aggressive for money, that you can't handle and control your money. Or if you got it to the point now you got it on handle, because maybe you just got some additional tax refund, maybe you just got an extra bonus, go ahead and get it paid off. But every month, use it just to pay for some gas, to buy a little bit groceries. Only use it what you think you got enough money to pay it off the next month. Then don't go use it if you don't think you can pay it off next month. Only use it if you think you're going to be able to pay that full amount off next month, and do that cycle every month, your credit score can go up. Then you show it to the lenders, hey, I can afford what I'm buying. I don't need you for that. And what they're going to do is going to keep on increasing your credit limit, and that's what you want. You want to use that money versus your money. That's going to be less interest. So if you can find a credit card where it have no interest up there, it's even better. And I know your credit, probably some of your credit is not even good right now. You're going to have to pay some type of interest. But that's how you get out of paying high interest or paying zero interest. Go ahead and pay them credit cards off each month, for you won't keep on paying them the interest. That's how the bank keep on making money off of you, with their interest. And those interest rates are not nothing to play with right now. So like I said, use it, pay it off every month. Use it, pay it off. But you got to have credit in order to have something in life, because if you don't have no credit, it's considered to be bad credit. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? So get yourself in position financially. And like I said, even if you don't have the money to pay all your credit cards off right now, do the snowball effect. Find that credit card with the highest interest rate. Try to pay that one down first, and then go down the line until you get down to the lowest interest rate one, until you get them all paid off completely. And then, like I said, find the one that you really find out that's got the highest rewards for you. Maybe it could be traveling. Maybe it could be when you go shopping, you get cash back and stuff like that. Use that card once a month. Pay it off every month, and watch how your credit score goes up. Watch how them lenders be trying to contact you. You'll be able to get anything you want, a house, a car, whatever thing you want, another credit card, a higher credit limit. Get in place where you're not being charged a lot of interest rate, because that's another bill by itself. Do your house like that, your car like that. Pay them off early. Instead of making one payment every month, do the acceleration program where you pay it off. You know, say if your mortgage is like $1,000 a month, divide that into 4 and pay that payment every week, because you're going to have some months where you're going to have 5 weeks in there. You're going to be making additional payment. That's going to help you. That additional payment is going to help you pay off your house quicker. That additional payment is going to help you pay off your car quicker. Or if you can pay a little bit more, that's going to help reduce the interest, because keep in mind, your first couple of years anyway, the half of the first couple of years, like the first 15 years of the mortgage or the first 2.5 years of the car note, that's all going interest. That's the bank enjoying your money, baby. Ain't nothing going towards that principal. Or if you say if you're getting your tax refund money, say if you're running across a bonus right now, I hope you're using that wisely. I hope you're not out there spending all that money and you're not having nothing left in your savings for your emergency and nothing for your S&P 500. News alert. If you're getting a tax refund money, pretend like you're not even getting it. I understand if you want to splurge something and spend on yourself, take 25% and put that in your personal checking. Like I was telling you that you can go and splurge and spend on yourself. Want to get your like hair done, nails done, or maybe a haircut, take yourself a little shopping. Take 50%, put it in the S&P 500 and let it sit there. Take the other 25%, put in your emergency fund. You setting yourself up for financial freedom. Don't go out there, blow all that money, then you be broke by the spring and the summertime, the major holidays. Like, where's my money at? No, you spent your money. That's what happened. You spent the money. You didn't invest it wisely. You all must know how to invest that money wisely, especially when you come across additional income like tax refunds, bonuses, these side gigs, these additional incomes. Start letting your money work for you versus you working for your money. I love you all. Make sure you all subscribe to me if you haven't already subscribed to me. If you haven't followed me, because on this channel right here, I believe in you making money as well as saving money, living a frugal lifestyle. But we're working what? Smart and not hard. I love you all from the top to the bottom. That was the spring money hacks I have for you all because I want to make sure my baby is on the right track because you know I'm an empath, right? Somebody told me to come up here because somebody up there just going crazy for the tax refund money. Somebody up there going crazy with that bonus. Somebody is not even putting themselves in position to make additional income. They putting all their eggs in that one basket and keep telling themselves, oh, I ain't got the energy to do nothing else. I ain't got the time. We all get 24 hours in a day. I get tired of people saying that. I really do. If you all was to know what I do on the other side, I work for myself. How many businesses and stuff I run? I work 7 days a week, and I mean 7. Sun up, sun down. If you all was to know and see me in action, be like, damn, how did that woman even do all of that? You know how and why? Because while I got the strength and energy in my body right now, I'm doing it. And you know what I'm also doing? I'm setting myself up for financial freedom. While I'm letting my money work for me versus me having to work for my money. These 7 days right now, sun up, sun down, is to get myself in position. I know a lot of people like, damn, take a break. No, I'm not taking a break until I see myself in the predicament where I need to be, where I have my things set up, where I know it's going in the right direction. Because when the money is good and it's coming in, why are you going to quit then? You do that when the money is not coming in. You ain't got no choice but lay low, but guess what? You're going to have a backup plan. You got that emergency fund set up. You got yourself a liquidated S&P 500 that you can really go get at any time, but make sure you put it back. Even with your emergency fund, make sure you put it back. Like I said, babies, just put yourself in position. Even if you got your little main income or maybe you just get your fixed income per month, put yourself in a position where you can get yourself some additional income. Put yourself in a position where you can turn your hobby into making money. Put yourself in a position if you broadcast and content creating, you getting paid to have fun or do what you already normally do. Anywhere you can go, you getting paid just to go live, or you getting paid just do content creation. Get paid to do something additional for you can set yourself up for a blueprint to financial freedom, where you can stop living paycheck by paycheck, where you working for the money, where now the money can work for you. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, we believe in making money, saving money, living a frugal lifestyle, giving you all hacks on how you can excel with your everyday money rules, health, career. It could be your fur babies. It could be your relationship. It could be whatever we think that'll be a great benefit in today's society. Because like I said, we still got a lot of improvement to do with this economy. We ain't there yet. We're not there yet, but we working on it. But they going to do what they want to do. We need to work on us. We need to take care of us, our family, our household, what we got to do. it ends, it begins with you. We're in it to work smart and not hard. I love you all from the top to the bottom. I have to get out of here. I love you, my babies. I see you, my babies. I thank you for your likes, your shares, your follows, your comments, your gifts. Most importantly, for being here. Subscribe. Follow. Share. This is some very vital information that not only will help you, that will help somebody else. Stop being selfish. Give out the information so somebody else can know. I love you, my babies. Adios, amigos. Until next time. Te amo. Mwah.